Here, we are going to talk about main idea questions. These questions are quite frequent on SAT. In every English module, you will see one question or sometimes two or sometimes three questions that talk about main idea. The basic approach is pretty simple for these questions. First thing, you have to make sure you read the entire passage very carefully, understand the bigger picture. There might be certain details that may sound so attractive, but do not focus at them. Focus on the bigger picture. Once you get your entire summary for the passage, you got the right answer for your main idea. Okay, so let's have a look at a main idea question from one of the college board mocks. The question says, what is the main idea of the text? So as we discussed earlier, to identify the main idea, you have to read the text, understand the summary. So let's have a look at the text. Remember, the blurb is there and you always have to read the blurb. So the blurb says, the following text is adapted from William Shakespeare's 1609 poem, Sonnet 27. The poem is addressed to a close friend as if he were physically present. So the speaker of the poem is addressing his friend as if the friend is close, physically present. So, weary with toil, I hurry to my bed, the dear repose for limbs with travel tired. But then begins a journey in my head to work my mind where body's works expired. So, in the first four lines, we know that the speaker is tired. The next lines, for then my thoughts from far where I abide begin a zealous pilgrimage to thee and keep my drooling eyelids open wide. So in these four lines, we know that the speaker is thinking of his friend. So what we know here from two things from this, that even though the speaker is tired, he is still thinking of meeting his friend. So let's quickly have a look at the answer choices. First option says the speaker is asleep and dreaming about traveling to see the friend. This answer is wrong because the speaker is not sleeping. The speaker is not asleep. So option A is wrong. B says the speaker is planning an upcoming trip to the friend's house. This is not an upcoming trip. The speaker is simply thinking about meeting his friend but not planning any trip. So option B is right. B is wrong as well. Option C says the speaker is too fatigued to continue a discussion with the friend. So this sounds promising, but the second part of the answer choice is not right. The first part is correct. The speaker is too fatigued. Too fatigued, this is too tired, but he is not having a discussion with the friend. The speaker is talking as if the friend is physically present. We know from the blurb, the friend is not physically present. So option C is wrong as well. We are left with option D that says the speaker is thinking about the friend instead of immediately falling asleep. So he's very tired and still thinking of the friend instead of falling asleep. How we know that? Because the last line say, and keep my drooling eyelids wide open. It means the speaker is feeling a lot sleepy, but still, instead of sleeping, he is thinking of his friend. So right answer has to be option D here. So the best way to deal with these questions is you have to make sure you're not thinking about details much. Focus on the main idea. Of course, details will contribute to the main idea, but answer choices that specifically focus only on the detail cannot be your right answers. The right answer is something that is talking about the entire text. Okay, and you will have wrong answer choices that are deviating from the main idea, focusing on the details, or bringing something that is not at all there in the text. These are the simple ways you can get your main idea questions correct.